Can you turn a financial hope for the future into a financial certainty? Yes. Become your own banker. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. Today I'm going to give you my quick take on the lump sum or the nest egg as it's presented to us in the conventional financial wisdom. So here are some distinctions that I want to make right out of the gate. When it comes to preparing for the future, retirement, building a nest egg, etc., I really do believe we need to make the clear distinction, or we need to notice the clear distinction between savings, investing, and banking. Let's start with savings. Savings it's great. There's no question about it. We should all save. We should all not spend all that we earn. The questions that I think we should ask as it concerns savings should be the relevant ones like, well, where should we be saving? Why are we saving? What are the guarantees where we're putting these savings? What are the relevant taxes, penalties, fees? I'm going to be giving a quick take on fees real soon. I'm very excited about that. That's something that I did not know about for a long time. So it's coming. But does where we save protect us against inflation? Do we have privacy? Is there going to be growth, etc.? So lots of things that we should be asking about where we're saving, how we're saving. Okay. But saving is very different than investing, because when you're talking about investing, there's always an element of risk that should not be present with saving. And too often in the conventional world, those two words are interchanged, but they should not be. They are not interchangeable. So when it comes to investing, that can be great as well. Does where you're investing and how you're investing, does it reflect your abilities, your experience, your risk tolerance? Are you leveraging your network and your abilities? And there are lots of relevant questions I think that we should also ask about investing. What do we know about where we're putting this money, etc.? And when it comes to investing, and again, we're often told save, but we're not putting savings into savings. We're actually putting savings into investment. So again, I've made that distinction. Savings is one thing. Investing is another. Now, when it comes to investing, we're told, well, often enough, we'll put 15%, save 15% towards your retirement. That is how it's put out there. It's investing. It's not saving. But they'll say save 15% towards, well, my question is, why not 11? Why not 16? Why not 32.5%? So, I'm being a bit facetious, but also it's a valid question. What percentage should we be? And I'm not going to tell you, you pick for you. But I think it's a worthwhile question to actually ask and not just say, well, because this financial entertainer says I should do this amount or that thing or the other, that I'm just going to do it. Rethink your thinking. That's something I picked up from Becoming Your Own Banker by R. Nelson Nash. Rethink your thinking, because the same people that are saying save 15% towards retirement are saying save 15% towards retirement. And listen, I'm not trying to be nitpicky over details, right? I'm not trying to come at somebody and dog them because of saying save, but I also think we should be particular and aware of what we're saying and what that actually means and what the actual results are going to be. Okay, so we've got savings, we've got investing. I think folks should probably do both, however they want to do that. We all have different skill sets and experiences and tolerances. So on the investing side of things, that's going to look differently for different people. Some people are more business minded. Some people are more real estate passive minded, and just some people want to be actively doing things on the day to day, etc. We should all be saving. We should probably all be investing. I want to focus on what's at the core of both of those things and everything else we do financially, which is banking. Now, conventionally, we're not told to be our own banker. Banking's taking place in our life. Now, you just think for you. You earn income however you earn income. You experience cash flows however you experience cash flows. Where do you put that money? Literally, where do you send that? Don't you send it to a commercial bank? Of course. Well, that's someone else's business. So we are funding someone else's business with our cash flows, with our income. It's worth noticing and it's worth thinking about. And when we realize that we're doing that, I think we should ask, well, couldn't I control that for myself? Couldn't I profit from the banking function in my own life for savings, for investing, for my lifestyle, such as it is, for everything that we do, because everything is finance. Banking is at the core of saving. Think of the term, think of the definition of bank. Think of food bank, blood bank, snow bank, river bank. So a food bank is a bank of food. Well, when we're talking about savings, don't we accumulate capital? Don't we accumulate money to save it? Okay. Why not bank that for yourself? Investing, we have to pay for investments. We have to cash flow investments. Shouldn't we be controlling the banking function? Shouldn't we be controlling and profiting from the financing of the investments that we make? That's what I'm going to suggest. Now, all these distinctions that I'm making between savings, investing, and banking are moving us towards this overarching topic today of the nest egg, the lump sum, that big future nest egg that we want for retirement and future plans, etc. And why I'm making these distinctions is because most people spend all that they earn. They don't fight off Parkinson's law, that natural human tendency to spend all that we earn. So we need to talk about savings. We need to be saving money. But again, where, how, what are the benefits, etc. Investing, everybody wants to put their money to work, right? We work for money. It's great to have money work for us, but investing has elements of risk. It's just worth noting. I'm just recapping that. But then banking. Banking takes place for our whole lifetime. So I'm going to promote the idea that if you become your own banker, it's the most profitable move that you can make financially for yourself. And I'm picking that up from R. Nelson Nash. He says, everybody should be in the business of financing their business. So if you just are pursuing a career and have a household, whatever your lifestyle is in that household, you finance it. What if you financed it for yourself and you controlled that and you profited from that? If you have your own business and you're running a business, well, what if you were financing your own business? Now you're in two businesses. You're in whatever business you are in the financing business. You're exponentially more profitable now. If you are making investments, what if you financed your investments? Wouldn't you then enjoy all the control and profitability over financing your investments and have the results of the investing that you would have done anyway? It's the best of both worlds, right? That's why I say that the best approach to having a nest egg, if that's the vernacular we're going to use, assure a certain, and I'm going to use the word guaranteed nest egg. The best way to do that is to become your own banker by proactively buying and funding, owning and using properly structured whole life policies from mutual companies that pay dividends. Build a private family banking system with those types of policies to become your own banker. There are so many characteristics, more than a dozen, that make the properly structured whole life policy the ideal financial asset. So can you use a private banking system for savings? Sure. Don't you or couldn't you have savings in a commercial bank? Absolutely. Don't you experience cash flows and then fund that to a commercial bank normally? Right. So couldn't you do that for yourself? And then same thing for investing. Investments have to be funded. They have to be financed. What if you controlled the banking and profited from the banking over your investments? And now just think about this. Everything that everybody is doing to have this nest egg later in life. Think about this. What if at passive income time, you could have tax-free access to a compounding pool of capital to supplement your income, to have passive income for yourself, and you use that tax-free regardless of what's happening out in the marketplace. And when it's all said and done and you graduate from this life to the next, you still rendered a tax-free death benefit to your beneficiaries. Guaranteed, What if you could guaranteed have tax-free access to passive income in your lifetime, and then you still rendered a tax-free windfall to the next generation as well? What if you taught them that process? What if they bought into this idea of becoming their own banker, and they built a private family banking system, and then they receive this tax-free windfall, and that funds their system, and that just grows that and scales that and grows that and scales that over the generations. So for those that are really open to thinking long range, I don't know of a more sure way with private property, private contracts, appreciating assets that you can privately own, operate, use to be able to facilitate having a nest egg for yourself, and then a greater and a greater and a greater for the future generations. So when it comes to this idea of a nest egg, my question, if somebody tells me that they want to have a nest egg for retirement, they want to have this lump sum, they want to have this principal mountain, they want to have this nest egg for the future. My question is, well, are you actually moving your dollars in a direction that will assure you? I don't want to hear about averages. I don't want to hear about 12% this in the market over the past. No. I want to know, is that guaranteed? And again, I'm not saying don't do things in the market if you want to do things in the market. But if you tell me that you want to have a nest egg, my question is, do you want it? Certainly. Are you sure? And if you could have a guarantee tied to that, would you consider it? Would you want that? So my suggestion is that if you have not yet seen my introductory presentation on infinite banking, that you go to my website, durhamtalents.com, and you watch that. And then there's a link, there's a calendar link on the website where you can book a free consultation call with me, where we could talk through what it could look like for you to implement infinite banking into your household or your business or your investing. If you're wanting financial certainty, if you want to surely have financial independence and autonomy to build up a nest egg, if that's the language we're going to use, then those resources are there. This has been a great pleasure for me. I do look forward to our next conversation. I hope you have a great day. Take care.